is at right now. And in case the title wasn't a spoiler enough, Rowdy Ronda Rousey has been knocked out in the second round by a high leg kick, and Holly Holm is the new bantamweight champion in town. These two fighters seem to have a lot of respect for each other going into this fight, but that all seemed to change, however, in the weigh-in when they got into a bit of a scuffle. Ronda ended up calling Holly a fake sweet girl, and she said that she's going to show her why she is the champion. During the night of the fight, when Holly reached out to touch gloves with Ronda, Ronda just responded with a death stare. Going into this fight, Holly was a 7-1 underdog, meaning that if you bet $100 on Holly last night, you'd be walking away with $700. I haven't heard much of Holly Holm until recently, but she happens to be a seasoned southpaw boxer and also has a little bit of kickboxing experience. She sported a professional boxing record of 33 wins, 2 losses and 3 draws. Both of these fighters had an undefeated MMA record prior to the fight. Ronda was 12-0 and Holly had a record of 9-0. They both virtually have identical physical attributes, except Ronda has a 6-year age advantage. Ronda was 28 years old and Holly was 34 years old during the night of the fight. Ronda is known for taking down her opponents and winning her fights by submission, while Holly, on the other hand, has won all her fights by knockout or decision. Holly has also never been taken down in her professional MMA career. Now, all these factors seem to come into play on the night of the fight. Ronda wasn't able to take down Holly Holm during the clinch when she had her against the fence like she has been able to do previously against her other opponents. Holly even managed to take down Ronda in the first round, but wisely got back up to her feet and continued to tag Ronda with straight left hands. Holly made Ronda look really sloppy and amateur-like in there. Ronda was lounging in and was continually met with Holly's straight left hand to the mouth over and over again. Ronda looked really gassed after the first round, probably due to taking so much punishment. Holly really seemed to expose Ronda's stand-up game. And in the second round, it was more of the same. Holly, with her exceptional boxing experience, was able to slip under Ronda's punches and was able to land her accurate straight left hands to the mouth again. And Ronda just really had no answer for the straight left hand. The final punch that Holly landed made Ronda stumble to the floor, and when Ronda managed to get back up to her feet, she was blindsided and was met with Holly's high leg kick, and the fight was essentially over from there. Now, ironically, Ronda predicted her own demise earlier on Jimmy Fallon.
I feel like she's going to try and keep distance and keep far away from me and get me frustrated, and to a point I'll make a mistake and she can try and kick me in the head, but it's not going to go like that. Not the way that she wants.
Well, evidently Holly was able to do it the way she wanted to, and Holly, after the fight, was still very respectful, and she stated all the things that she worked for in camp seemed to come into play. Everything from the clinch when she had her back on the cage to making sure that she only did high leg kicks, since Ronda tends to grab the kicks to the midsection. Now, this was a really exciting fight for me because Ronda was dominating the sport prior to last night. It looked like no one was going to be able to beat her for years to come, but that's really the great thing about UFC. The best have to fight the best, and you aren't able to handpick your opponents in a way to cushion your record like certain people do in boxing. And you have to fight fighters that are in their prime, and eventually someone's gonna beat you. And this is what exciting fights are all about, and maybe boxing can learn a thing or two from UFC. But anyways, I want to applaud Ronda Rousey and Holly Holm for putting on a great show. I'm sure Ronda is really humbled by the experience, and she will continue to work more on her stand-up game in the next camp. And she's been really great for the sport because she's brought in a lot of female fans that weren't there previously. And I hope the trend continues and we get to see